Yeah, we broke like Applebee's and Boston Market. We crushed Tijuana Flats and those Cracker Barrel crates. Killed Red Lobster, PDQ2, TGI Fridays, Jack, I cocked shoe. Burning down Denny's like a grand slam. Sniff Smith and Mod Pizza, I can't help myself, man. Detroit Outback Steakhouse and Hardee's to my delight. That's how we ruin the country life.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. We live in an atomized society, a society that really doesn't have much in common and is totally and completely antisocial, actually, in its founding and in its mooring. And that's not a good thing, I would argue. It's good to have places where everybody gathers and have things that people share with each other. It's good to you don't have a society, actually, if we don't believe in the same flag or if we don't have something in common with one another. And it feels like the longer the timeline goes, the more isolated everybody gets. Didn't used to be that way, right? You rewind the clock back from 50s and 60s, 40s. There really wasn't that many restaurant options. There weren't that many drugstore options. There weren't that many movie options, right? Everybody was going to the same drive-in movie on Friday night, drinking the same Coke, watching the same thing. Now, you could argue that that's bad, right? When you turn on the TV and there's like I Love Lucy and Gilligan's Island and Walter Cronkite and the Johnny Carson Show. And that's it. And that's all anybody watched in order, right? That's it. Those are the only options, in fact. You could make an argument, and I could make an argument, that that's actually bad. And it's good to have choice in entertainment and in media. And that certainly is an argument that I make. But there's also some value in sharing things with people, in having like... just like having brick and mortar stores that you're familiar with in every town. And even that culture, ladies and gentlemen, is ending. Walgreens is going to close a massive chunk of its 86,000 stores as the struggling retailer tries to cling on for dear life. And why is this happening? You know, again, like Walgreens, any business should be in the business of opening stores, not closing stores. But you're starting to see this with Walmart's, Target's, fast food. It doesn't matter. Like America is constricting. Well, they blame inflation actually for the closures. The damn government, the effing government, spends too much money, and people can't afford, with the cost of inflation, to go and to buy pack Oreos, pack Band-Aids anymore at Walgreens. Insane. Walgreens has been closing a substantial number of its 86,000 U.S. stores over the next 3 years. The pharmacy chain, which has not announced exactly how many they'll shutter, but they'll call on Thursday with the CEO, Tim Wentworth, said about 25% of the struggling stores will see changes. Of those changes will include the closure of a significant portion of these underperforming stores over the next 3 years. Walgreens did not immediately respond for clarification. We continue to face difficult operating environment, including persistent pressures from U.S. consumers on the impact of recent marketplace dynamics, which have eroded pharmacy margins, and our results and outlooks reflect these headwinds. They're talking about also how inflation has just crushed the capacity for the business to thrive, and also theft. Walgreens just announced they're closing 25% of their stores. Is this Bidenomics? Also, Walgreens are kind of the stores that get hit by theft inside of these decrepit Democrat-run hellscapes, where it's legal to steal something as long as it's under $1,000. More on that in a second. CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid closing stores, brick and mortar downfall. Yeah, Walgreens lays off hundreds of stores, lay off hundreds as store closures loom. This is not a healthy economy. This is not healthy. Walgreens has laid off hundreds of employees in 2 different states amid cost-cutting measures. The company includes paring down its physical stores, reducing staff number. 650 jobs will be cut. We're focused on aligning our operational structure, blah, blah, blah. After careful review, we made the difficult decision to close our distribution centers in Connecticut, Orlando, Florida, Dayville, Connecticut, and Orlando, Florida, resulting in the elimination of 646,000 total roles. Walgreens stock, ladies and gentlemen. Stocks should go up. This is what Walgreens stock has done in the last 5 years. It has collapsed. Here's the max. You can see here, Walgreens stock is trading at like $10 right now. When was the last time it traded at $10? Right here. 1997. Wow. I mean, what an absolute and total destruction of a once great American company. Major retail franchises shut doors after more than 30 years, become the latest casualty of insane government policy. Dude, it's crazy what's happening right now. Proof no one is safe. You know, you feel bad for the owners of these stores and for the people who work there. Working in retail and working as a waiter. I worked in retail right at the mall all throughout college. And I worked as a waiter also at a mall all throughout college. This is how I survived. You must have these jobs. I had nothing. I had $0 in my bank account. I love my parents. I do not come from a rich family. There was no wealth to throw around. So like, this is how I ate. This is how I ate and lived. And it's becoming untenable now. These policies are totally and completely cruel.
Different subject here. I'm not the only person who has wondered if America really needs either a Walgreens or a CVS on every single corner. And apparently we don't actually need that.
That's true. So Walgreens, unfortunately, had a very bad week this week. They announced they're going to close possibly thousands of underperforming stores. As you note, they have a lot of them around the country, but they're simply not making money a lot of times. And the CEO actually came out during their earnings call to say that the model is just broken.
So where do we go from here? I mean, that stock has been absolutely clobbered. It was nearly $100 at one point. It's trading about $12 now. Does it continue to fall, in your opinion?
So the stock actually hit a 27-year low this week, and it's been brutal, to be honest. And it's hard to see where they go from here. The CEO's comments really sum it up, that there are fundamental problems with the industry. Not only are we seeing smaller reimbursements for the drugs they sell, but foot traffic is lower too, and they're backing away from their clinics. So there's no easy fix here.
Yeah.
Man, we went to Walgreens in the hellscape of San Francisco. And you just wouldn't believe what it looked like. How the hell are you supposed to make any money when you have to do this to your store? When you don't even have a store, actually. What you have is a prison. For real. Like, this is why Walgreens is doing so bad, in part. Watch.
Because of woke law enforcement and George Soros-funded district attorneys here in San Francisco, there is a rule on the books that you actually cannot be prosecuted for theft that is under $1,000. That means that stores like Walgreens have permanent and perennial theft. There is absolute looting happening at all times inside of Walgreens stores, leading to the franchise to close down many stores here inside of San Francisco, and then other stores have just essentially given up. This is what it looks like inside of a Walgreens store in Nancy Pelosi's district. Crime is such a problem in San Francisco at the Walgreens stores that you have to have gigantic monitors saying video recording in progress while you're in the middle of the store. And here, come over here, let me show you what they are protecting against. You ever seen Old Spice Swagger body wash behind lock and key? There you go. Can't get your Irish Spring on. And it goes like that down the entire aisle here for shampoos and conditioners and deodorants, because everyone in San Francisco, in Nancy Pelosi's district, lives on the street. Prosecution has decreased theft at this store. Attention, we are watching you. Prosecution has decreased theft. Well, you're gonna have to show me that, because currently the law says that if you steal less than $1,000, you're not gonna be prosecuted. Thanks, Nancy. Now, you just being a regular American living in regular America would assume that you could just go in and get your beef jerky at any gas station or any convenience store or any Walmart, but not here. You have to call customer service, actually, in order to get beef jerky behind the glass here in San Francisco. So, need beef jerky? Call for help. Thanks, Nancy. Okay. However, if you want plant-based beef jerky, feel free. Run and gun, baby. You can take all the plant-based beef jerky you want. No locking that up.
So yeah, it's not just Walgreens. Speaking of California, one of the most iconic and long-standing McDonald's in San Francisco has now closed its doors, along with the most iconic Arby's, which is shutting down on Hollywood, in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. After 55 years, they have the same owner for 55 years. These monsters. Pizza Hut abruptly shuttered 15 restaurants. Hooters closed 40 restaurants. Oh, man. And the fast food industries have cut 10,000 jobs since passing the minimum wage. Dude, that's crazy. They've also, this California minimum wage thing has also destroyed entire brands, like Rubio's Coastal Grill, closing 48 locations. Other California restaurants are on the verge of doing the same. And guess what? It doesn't result in actual better wages for these people. Fast food workers are getting a taste of higher minimum wage really means it's not good. A report by the Associated Press comes as the trade group, nearly 10,000 fast food jobs have been cut. For the manager at Del Taco in Orange County, the raise has been a mixed bag. She used to have 4 people working per shift. Now she only has 2. You idiots. Financially, it helped me, she said, but I have less people. And I have to do a lot more work. Yeah, idiots. How do you think this works? Do you think money's free? Well, if you are the federal government, this is what's destroying everything. Milton Friedman says that to solve inflation, you have to go to the cause of inflation. There's only one place that causes inflation, which is what's destroying all of these places, actually. And that is Washington, D.C. Government spending, that's it. That's the number one, that's the only cause of inflation, is government spending. That is our problem in this country. We are a sick puppy, and there's only one way out, right? There's only one way out. It's to be smart and to, fire all the politicians. I'd be totally for that. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe to fire all politicians. See ya.